Romulus. Did you watch that?
I haven't seen it yet, but it just it just makes me think of kind of the Alien series overall, and just how it's still just forever impactful. And it even also brings up like Terminator in that sense too, because Terminator is getting that animated Netflix series now, and like that's sounding better and better as like more stuff is getting released. Because what's his name? I think Timothy Oliphant is one of the voice actors for the series. So he tends to like throw himself into whatever he does. So I'm excited to see how he like his take on. I think he's supposed to be the Terminator voice. So I'm intrigued as to how he's gonna like portray that, because this is all being like worked on by James Cameron and a bunch of other people too. So it should be solid. But it just made me think of like the overall 90s like resurgence kind of being like a lot of what's keeping a lot of like the TV shows and like movie series even going.
No, most definitely. So I'm excited to go see Alien Romulus. I haven't seen it yet. I saw that it got certified fresh, which nowadays is kind of hard to do because everyone seems to disagree on
Right.
everything.
Yeah, it
Where they're
seems like
looking out to
it seems like it's
be
harder to get a unanimous like on a movie. It's harder to get into the movie Hall of Fame than it is to get into the basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
100%. Yeah.
and then like it just seems like nowadays like just because a movie will be good, you'll have someone out of their way just to say it's bad. Like just because everyone's saying it's good.
Right.
So like with the 84%, it seems pretty good. I don't know much. I saw a little like snippet on it. Apparently it takes place 34 years before Ripley wakes up.
Yeah, in between Alien and Aliens. So it helps
Oh,
bridge
you
that
don't
gap of
say.
those movies. And then just the overall the people that made it are the people that like made the like remake or the new version of um Evil Dead. So, and if you
Oh yeah,
watch
that was a good
that,
movie. Yeah,
that
that
was
was good.
wild.
And then
So,
with even more like furthering of like CGI and stuff like
mm,
the face huggers and stuff. Like and then too like the alien too. Like it's just I'm just
mm,
excited to see. I want to see what type of movie it is. Like I'm sure people have already seen it. Like if they've seen it, they know. But like for me, I'm curious to see if it's gonna be kind of like a Resident Evil game where it's kind of like horror to start, and then like in the end it just turns into like a full blown action
mm,
fucking movie. Because I like those movies tend to be the best for me. It's like I
right.
like that.
I mean, that's what made Alien such a great movie. It was just the buildup of seeing the alien.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's what this is getting like back to, from what I'm understanding. But yeah, like before we talk about it too much, we can.
Welcome to the Nerdcast Podcast, nerds. We're just gonna go ahead and start it right there.
We back.
Yes, we are back. We are back.
We are
You know
so
the
back.
names.
The nerds are back.
Why are you trying to copy me?
Evil nerd overlord. I'm a little bit better because my eyes glow when I'm trying to be sinister like this.
Hey, my eyes are always glowing.
So I'm just saying, Zoom doesn't do you as good. I don't know why I'm doing my Trump voice, but
I could do villain if I kind of lean back and then just like tilt my hat down a little. You never see my eyes.
look,
Right?
I'm just saying, I'm starting my villain origin saga, so you guys just back the fuck off. No, but I'm excited to be back. I think this is going to be the official start of the new season of the Nerdcast Podcast. And we can just say it is the new season because
we're in control of it. We can say what we want.
Yeah, we can say whatever we want.
Season 2, episode 1.
Hell, this is season 1 again. Surprise!
Right? Sequel. Mortal Kombat 1. It's a reboot, but a sequel.
Oh no, it's not a reboot or a sequel. It's a spinoff. Are those things different or the same? Yes.
The OVAs.
The OVAs. But no, I mean, you got football season starting up. The Olympics just ended. The summer anime is coming. It's like midway through, a little bit halfway through midway, about to go into the end of the anime season. There's a bunch of things popping off.
NFL, claim your teams now. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
I got my Jalen Hurts photo right there. Right.
Okay.
There he is.
My Bears stuff isn't up yet, but I have Chicago stuff back there.
No matter how bad we're doing.
Hey, y'all got a stud of a young receiver, and if Kyler can figure his shit out, you're gonna be a dangerous team.
We definitely will. Hey, speaking of figures, I have a sealed Arizona Cardinals figure too. Got a Larry Fitzgerald over there, baby.
Larry.
Let's go.
That's one of the finest, upstanding NFL players to ever walk the earth.
You should see my Larry Fitzgerald memorabilia. We got some things over here. I'm very proud of.
You mean your Larry Fitzgerald Sanctum Memorial? You just got a little meditation center with candles lit and Larry Fitzgerald as a deity.
Right, and then pictures of him not on the football field, just him in a golf polo. It's like, what the hell is this?
At home brushing his teeth,
grocery shopping.
Did you get that?
It's like an actual selfie, and it's like, how did you get that?
It's like, yo, these photos look very invasive, dog. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but I think this is a crime.
It's only a crime if you get caught.
That's why I'm not showing the photos. I'm just playing.
Nobody run with that. Don't do that.
Nope. But it is good to be back. We got a good show for you guys. We got a little bit of anime stuff to go over. We got some football predictions. We have Flame just being his best self, living in a legal state.
It's be nice.
Just
Arizona, baby,
just blowing it in my face, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm not jealous. Who cares?
Is that a tear I see?
A single one.
Shut up,
the G tier, just a single one on the left.
I'm not crying. You're crying. I've never cried a day in my life, but. Yeah, I mean, and we also got some video game news, so we're a little bit all over the map, but we're gonna try to keep it tight. Let's try to keep your guys' attention.
Don't mind me.
Try not to just get off on these tangents that I do.
Let's start NFL. Let's keep it NFL because I feel like we go for
Let's do it.
a little bit off rip. What do you think? Honestly. Team record's gonna be what is there 17 games? How many games? 16 or 17?
17 now.
17. Okay. What do you guys think your team's record's gonna be at the end of the year?
I mean, look, Fly Eagles fly, right? Everybody, we're all on the green.
No.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I forgot.
Jalen was great for me in fantasy.
No, honestly, yeah, for fantasy, I'm definitely gonna have me some Eagles players, but for the sake of my team in the NFC, no.
Okay,
we're all NFC teams, huh? The Bears are NFC. Oh man! So for us, it's really competitive. It gets, no matter what.
We're not in the
only
same.
One of us can go.
Not in the same division, but it gets a little thick.
Let's just say the NFC has the best people. You're looking at the prime examples right in front of y'all.
Yeah, that's true. And only one of us can go. Yeah. Now, being a Bears fan, I'm most excited. I will say I'm very excited to see what you guys are gonna do. Like
So,
you guys have made.
I mean, you're this
an
year's
overnight change.
We made a lot of moves.
You're this year's, most
overnight
desired, this year's debutante, whatever you want
So,
to call it. You're in
overnight
the season.
Change.
You're
overnight
in the
change.
Season. Just
it was
like,
amazing.
For truly going to like we being at the bottom of the barrel for the past fucking decade. We're just not able to figure it out. We thought we had it figured out with Justin. And we kind of did, but wasn't the right coaching staff at the beginning. And Justin himself, I think, was just in that weird transition phase where he really should have probably been on the bench longer. And they should have had a veteran kind of stand in there while Justin was learning. And, they just threw a lot of pressure on the poor kid. Yeah, and yes, he's a kid. He's a kid. He is a kid.
Yes. Yes.
So that is like the biggest thing.
Yes.
Same thing with Caleb Williams. Kid. Like you just gotta give him that time to develop. I think with Williams, it's gonna be a little different because this is the quarterback that Ryan Poles himself wanted. So he is more invested in what Caleb is going to have as like a future stock in the NFL. And with us
I just
picking
want,
up like
I want to add, yes, and I want to add, like a lot of people, a lot of people don't like how Caleb Williams is coming in, but he's already trying to show that he's ready to be a leader, and that's what I'm saying. It's like if you're in your first year in the league, you're already thinking like that,
right?
That's only going to be developed upon. See, like I'm an Arizona fan, but I'm definitely a fan of players. First and foremost, that's why I love fantasy, because it really does allow you to appreciate every player, no matter what team they're on. But like giving a quarterback those dangerous ass receivers, bro. Like I'm serious. Overnight, I am Biggie. Do you need to go? Hold on a sec. My dog needs to go outside. Give me 1 second. Biggie, you hating on this? Go outside. You better not. Outside. Outside.
Hating on the stream.
I love it. I love it. I love animals. They love to show you that they're actually children.
Yeah, look, they actively are like, you know what? I'm on my schedule.
I mean, at least children they grow up and they don't be like, "Hey, Dad, I have to pee now."
Yeah, dude.
Well, I mean, then they might. You don't know,
dude.
Oh no, so like I could say, "Get out,
dude." This dog. Because today he had an accident in the house. It was a bad one. Like I went to get in the shower and I looked down at the shower mat that I step onto. Dude left me the emoji, like it was swirled up like that. Dang. And I was like,
not that soft serve.
Yeah, bro. I was like, bro, like, and it was even pointed at the top. Yeah, no, it was pointed at the top. It's like, yo, how did you get the point? Did you like dip it? Did he do like the dip? Get like the pointy, but.
You know,
so,
all the hips.
Look, it starts as shit, but at some point, it's art.
Hey.
Like that's kind of impressive. That's a little impressive.
Just trying to show off what he can do.
Yeah, he's like, hey, listen, if I'm gonna do it in the house, better make it an impressive one.
Right?
Give you something to awe at. You know what I mean?
Ooh, a scam like
I was mad, but I stood back for a minute and I looked at it and said, oh, you really got the point in there, man. You really
You're like, you know what? I can't even be mad. I'm impressed.
Not even mad. But
to go back though, so you got the dangerous receiver. So you got Keenan Allen. You guys have DJ Moore too, right?
Who is just a beast.
Yeah.
Like, the biggest steal of the season, I want to say, because like the Panthers just gave him away for basically nothing.
Nothing.
We got so much in return.
We all remember that this is one of the reasons why my fellow charlatans, I don't know if that's what you should call them. Is that
I mean,
that's not a good word.
Charlatans. Oof. I don't know, man. If I was from Charlotte and you called me a charlatan, I'd be like, I don't know. It depends on how sensitive you are.
I think that's a story background you could pick in Baldur's Gate.
No, it's like I like seeing the Panthers do good because it makes the environment more liveful. It's not so gloomy. It feels like it doesn't rain as much. But they were upset about DJ Moore getting traded.
Well, yeah, and then the owner threw beer on them.
He was a great receiver, And now,
Yeah.
now he luckily that Caleb Williams, the star quarterback from the draft, has a star receiver like that. I mean, you guys also have Keenan Allen, but
And we picked up the second best receiver in this past like draft class.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
So it's like, whew, I'm
what's
excited.
your running game look like? Who y'all got on the ground right now?
We got DeAndre Swift.
Oh,
yeah, okay. Yeah, I know who you have.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Philadelphia this season, you guys are looking pretty. Like you guys had an excellent run with Jalen Hurts last season. Excellent run. Well, I had Jalen Hurts in my fantasy.
You're not a Philly fan and you're not in our division. So you saw from the outside looking in, you saw the 10-1. It was a disastrous.
It was a rough start to the season.
No, we went like.
Okay, hold on. I really got to hear this. I really got to hear this as a Cardinals fan. That's crazy to hear.
7-0 or 8-0. Okay, everyone from the outside looking in is like, "Oh my God, look at the Eagles! They're doing it again. About to go to the Super Bowl." But everybody.
This is the Eagles.
And then the teams like the Bears, who's not in our division, but they weren't really that good, so they were paying attention to other teams. They knew there's something wrong with the Eagles. Like Jalen Hurts is not. When he runs straight out of bounds. They're not designing plays for him. These plays are weird. The defense sucks. The plays suck. They're not running the ball. What is going on?
You know who you sound like right now? You sound like a Cowboys fan. I've heard this from the Cowboys. You sound like a Cowboys fan right now. I'm just gonna be honest.
Know how they sound with you, bro. I don't really. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how they sound when they're being logical. So I don't know. Like
I heard this from Cowboys fans.
I'm telling you.
Oh my God!
See, I've only heard the delusional ones. Like, no offense to Cowboys fans. I have Cowboy friends.
Like, my wife.
Like
Cowboys.
I have Cowboy friends, I have Patriots friends and Cowboy friends. So I hear the delusional, crazy talks. But like the Eagles, they were bad, and there was this weird air about it. Like the fans knew. That's why when we lose in the playoffs, we're not nice. Usually. Me personally, I am, but I know how we're perceived, and I know how we are. It's our earned reputation.
Y'all booed Santa.
Yeah, but that was severely misconstrued.
Get the fuck out of here with your sack of presents and shit.
No, it was completely misconstrued. It was debunked. It was a whole thing. Santa, it wasn't like they were mad at Santa and booed at him. They just threw snowballs at him, and he was happy about it. It was like a good time. The fans and Santa, everybody threw snowballs at Santa. It was
peg me with a snowball.
Whatever. Yeah, it was like a weird thing. Like he was not mad about it or anything. But
the team had started the year 0-11, which was awful, except that people thought, you know what? We're going to get OJ. That was the year OJ Simpson came out. Right at the point where you're happy that they're losing games, they start to win games. Now the season is truly a total loss. Because now you're just a bad team. You're not the worst team, which is what you wanted to be, but you're just a bad team. People arrived at the game. They found their seats covered with a half a foot of snow, and it was cold. It was windy. It was a nasty December day. They had a Christmas pageant every year. Santa Claus never showed up that day. The guy they had booked to be Santa looked out his window that morning and said, "Foot of snow, I'm staying home." And they began halftime with no Santa. They looked around the stands, and there was a 19-year-old kid who had that morning dressed as Santa to go to the game. The last game of the year, every year, I would go dressed as Santa. 5'6", 140 pounds, undersized kid with a ratty, scraggly Santa Claus outfit. Terrible little costume. But they go up to him, and they pull him, and they say, "Listen, our Santa didn't show up. We want to be the guy." And he said, "Just walk down the center of the column and wave to all the sections of the stadium." The fans were in such a bad mood, none of us wanted to see Santa Claus to begin with. It's a bad game. It's a cold day. They're sitting in their rear ends in snow. and here comes this lousy little Santa running down the field. So they, I understand what's going on here. They're not booing me. They're just booing Santa Claus. They're booing everything. He was a sitting duck. I mean, you could imagine that there was going to be trouble just because he was so close. As I was starting to walk back, I saw the snowball starting to come, and then I started getting hit with them. And all of a sudden, Santa Claus is dodging and ducking, and there's a full stadium full of people just wailing away at Santa Claus. I actually remember feeling a little twinge of anxiety that they might really hurt Santa. I remember watching a fella make a snowball and throw it at me, and I just walked up to him, at the bottom of the wall there, and I said, "You're not getting anything for Christmas."
When he dies, you already know what the first line of his obituary is going to say. Frank Olivo, the Santa Claus who got pelted with snowballs that winter day in 1968. That's who he will be for the rest of his life.
Whatever, we're off topic.
Bing bong, fuck your life.
That's New York.
same, but different.
Yeah,
no,
for real.
I'm kidding. I lived in Boston.
So like fast forward to this year, and we all find out that like the entire organization, like it's been like Sirianni and the people he handpicked against everybody else. Like Jalen Hurts, a lot of the plays were weird because Jalen Hurts just like ignored the coach's play. And he's not known for doing that. He's a coach's son. He's worked with coaches. He's been benched before, and he listens and he takes orders well. And for him to do that has to be insane. So like Sirianni has just been like not good at his job.
That's right.
Like not at all. So much that everybody in Philly are like, okay, maybe Kellen Moore will be a good thing. Because he is like, I give the keys to Jalen. You have authority over plays and things like that. So you're like, Kellen Moore came from the Cowboys. So we're like, he sucks. Like, that's how we thought. But, everybody's all worried about the Philly turmoil. But I think this is going to be good. Either Sirianni can conform and roll with the punches and keeps his hand off the gas, or he's going to be fired, which is like,
see, you know what's funny, man? This is how I know you a fan of a team that wins a lot, because you sound very spoiled about
we don't
a very winning schedule. You're over here talking to a Cardinals fan, bro. Yeah, I'm over here looking at you like, yo, if you don't shut the fuck up, bro, you sound ridiculous, bro.
I don't want to hear that.
Listen,
winning, no.
Even if you don't like what you see, you guys figured out a Hadouken. Okay. And it worked. If they can't stop the Hadouken, that's not a you problem. That's us. You knew the tush push was coming. Why can't you stop it?
First of all, button mashing is illegal and frowned upon in most countries. Like, you know that. Like, just don't Hadouken your way to a victory.
I'm just saying, though, like, you can say that, but it's like, yo, at some point, you got to figure out that if you time that Blanca flip and they try and hit you with that, you can counter that. And I'm just saying, I saw the tush push effective over and over. Now, at some point, I was going, man, if somebody don't stop this, you guys got to watch some tape. Y'all watch the tape.
Exactly.
The push came and it wasn't stopped.
And I wasn't talking about us button mashing. I was talking about the Cardinals button mashing. Like, it's nothing. I used to like the Cardinals growing up, and I'm a huge Larry Fitzgerald fan. I wanted Kyler Murray to be great, and I still
he was great. I
still think he could be,
but he was great. I just think that they honestly didn't give Cliff Kingsbury. We'll talk about that when the Cardinals. I don't think they gave Cliff Kingsbury enough chance, because we had when we had DeAndre Hopkins, the teams we were beating, bro. We were beating, even with fucking Joshua Dobbs. When the Cowboys came out here, I was at that game. The Cowboys came out here. They were the most disrespectful house guest ever. They had their feet on the furniture. They were just opening up the fucking refrigerator. You know what I mean?
Nice
They're
house.
Like, are these your collectibles? Oops. So like,
your couch.
Why don't I just stretch out?
Yeah. So I'm sitting at the game with my lady who's a Cowboys fan, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to shut up because we're awful this season. But by the second quarter, when they realized that there was no coming back from that loss and we weren't going to the playoffs and we had no reason to, but we started smoking them with Joshua Dobbs, I immediately knew. I was like, this coach is good. But because we're in Arizona, and I know this as an Arizona fan, Phoenix Suns, everything, for some reason, we're very impatient. It's like, if we don't win today, if we don't win this year, spread it up. Perfect example, Phoenix Suns. We had Leonard Barbosa. We had Sean Marion. We had Amari Stoudemire. We had Steve Nash.
I was a huge fan of the Phoenix Suns at that time. I'm a diehard Sixers
right.
fan, but I love Sean Marion. I love Steve Nash. And Amari Stoudemire, I named my son because my wife wouldn't let me name my son Kobe. So I was like, all right, Amari, because I love Amari Stoudemire.
See? So you know, we have greatness, and it's like, because it didn't work out, we're going to just chop it up and send it off. Same thing. We did the same thing with DeAndre Hopkins that they did with DJ Moore in Carolina. We just let him go. It's like, yo, fight. Yo, do you remember the catch against the Buffalo Bills when we beat them? In the last play of the game, we were about, I forget the exact play, but fucking Kyler Murray threw that shit up, dude. And fucking DeAndre Hopkins in the middle of like 3 fucking Buffalo Bills fucking defenders.
He got big.
He brought that shit down. Look, that is the coach, bro. That was the coaching. And I could always see when Kyler took it upon himself because he would get manhandled by the taller receivers. Cliff Kingsbury want the same way that for the Bears that he wanted Caleb Williams. Cliff Kingsbury went after Kyler. We could have had many other QBs. He went after him. They just didn't let him cook well enough. But when the Cardinals were cooking, we were cooking.
All I'm saying is that
the Eagles. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear it. Yeah,
number one, I think the Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray thing ran its course. Yes, Cliff Kingsbury may be a good coach,
look at our bird beaks. You like the Eagles. Look how round my bird's beak is compared to your eagle. Y'all eat meat. I don't want to hear nothing about
pierce. Like, what do you mean an eagle? We're the dominant bird.
Just trying to throw Darwin's theory.
Stop.
You got to, bro, because he's over here telling me like, on the outside looking in. It's like being McDonald's.
No, you are
complaining about
that's
the
number
one
2
location that has like low sales.
Number
it's
2.
Like, so
when it comes
worldwide,
when it comes to winning and assuming things like, listen, you guys had your chance in the Super Bowl. It didn't work out. We've only had 2. Well, 3. But
and then start realizing how much you had.
It's so hard. It's so hard to get to the Super Bowl, and it's so hard to win the Super Bowl. The Chiefs and the Patriots has skewed that so.
Look, I will
crazy.
say this
and then the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. It's just that we haven't won that much more than you guys. We were just more consistent in winning. I talk about this with my wife, who's a Jets fan all the time. I'm just like, honestly, sometimes I think it would be easier just being a bad team because we get so close all the and just keep losing. When we won the Super Bowl,
I'm good with complacency right now.
Look, you don't understand.
But one thing about the Bears, though, y'all always had nice defense, though. One thing about the Bears, it doesn't matter how bad you guys are.
The past like 3 seasons.
No, bro, man, I've been watching y'all because I had Justin Fields.
He's right. Being known for something is actually a better consolation prize than
like
just
Khalil
being
Mack
good like
over
the
there,
Eagles were.
Man, y'all motherfucker, like Bears defense.
Y'all have a tradition.
Always got that. Yeah, y'all always got that enforcer. Y'all always got that
turnovers.
That's because the quarterback, man.
No, like our defense was the lowest in turnovers. We had the bottom defense.
I
bet you said we're always getting or having.
I don't know. They can say that with the numbers, but watching them games, I just feel like a lot of the pressures and a lot of those like forcing it to thirds, like those don't get enough highlights. But like you see, like the Bears have a lot of that. No matter how bad they are, it's like, yo, you like when you're playing the Bears, bro, like. You really you're not going to have as much time in the pocket, or like if those holes don't open up, it's not going nowhere. I've watched a lot of I don't give a fuck what those numbers. Sometimes fuck those numbers. Okay. I'm going to keep it a buck. And
That's
the
what I'm
same thing,
saying. That's what
and
I'm
I
saying.
feel what you're saying, nerd. But fuck what you're saying on that. That's the one case where it doesn't work. Okay, because
No,
like, nah,
you just
how
said it.
y'all only
Fuck
gonna have a
those
few?
numbers. Fuck those numbers.
No,
Watching
but
the
listen,
Eagles is one of
and
the
then I
most
just went on
stressful
to.
things you can do.
But I'm gonna go on to say when it
You
comes
know,
to Eagles,
look, you know
fuck
when
what
to
I
turn.
just said.
You
Because
know
no,
when to turn the game off when it's the Cardinals game. You know when you can turn that TV off. The Eagles,
Listen,
before Jalen Hurts, they used to drive me crazy because they would suck so hard in the first half, and then you're like, I can't turn it off because they're going to come back in the third quarter. Like I know they're going to come back in the third quarter, and they'll probably win. Maybe not. But like it's just so stressful. And then this year, it's like the exact opposite. It's like the first three quarters are amazing. And like the entire last year, the first three quarters of first half have been so amazing, and then like that last two quarters is just like, what is going on?
Welcome to being a Cardinals fan.
But that's what I'm saying.
Being a Cardinals fan is
the Cardinals know when to turn before Larry Fitzgerald. Y'all knew when to turn that TV off.
The famous saying, Denny Green a few years ago against the Bears. The Bears were who we thought they were. Because we had we were killing them.
I feel like it'd be stressful being a Bears fan.
Dude, do you remember that? Do you remember that?
The defense can win this for us.
Ridiculous.
Well, like, listen, the last time I was truly happy as a Bears fan is when we had sexy Rex Grossman out there. Sexy Rexy was his nickname. And like, listen, that was the last time I was truly happy as a Bears fan because that's when we made it to the fucking Super Bowl with Rex Grossman.
Bro, same here. My last happy moment was winning the divisional game against the Eagles way back when to go to the Super Bowl with fucking Kurt Warner.
Yeah, a good quarterback.
Bro, you know, it's been too long. Hopefully, we got a generational talent in Marvin Harrison.
That was a consistent team too. That's what I'm saying. Like when it's good, when it's good for teams, it's just good. With the Eagles, it's super stressful. Like when we went to the Super Bowl, it was so stressful. When we went to the Super Bowl with Carson Wentz, he was the MVP until he got and then we had to win the Super Bowl with Nick Foles, the most stressful year of my life.
Shout out to the Tucson, Arizona native, Nick Foles. Hey, you're welcome.
And he got a lot of money because of that. He got a lot of money because of that. But hey, let's rewind back to the original thing. So let's talk about our team's potential records.
Okay, potential. I think it's going to be a good year for the Eagles. I think, despite what everybody says, I think we're going to have our hiccups this year, but I think overall it's going to be immense growth. Either Kellen Moore will become the head coach, or Nick Foles, Nick Sirianni.
Well, no, Nick Foles. You said it. It's going to happen. Nick Foles. I mean, is your coach now.
Make him the coach. I'd be fine with that. That's fine. Make Nick Foles the coach. Cool.
But what's the number? What's the number?
I'm gonna give them 11-6.
Ooh, okay.
Or 11-5 because they got a bye week. Sorry.
Right.
11-6. That didn't even sound right.
I like that. Ooh, I mean, the Bears, if I'm being optimistic, they'll probably go like 8-9. More than likely, they'll probably go 7-10. But we'll see.
I think you're being super pessimistic right now.
Listen, I've had my heart broken. All right.
Look, you have to. When you say what's up, when you say optimistic, you have to say the high. That cannot be the high.
Then the high was 8-9.